I also need to make clear I was born with my hearing and lost it gradually starting at 15 and got to my current state by 18. I don't sound deaf. I am in speech therapy to keep my voice from weakening due to my hearing loss. I arrived at the door of my delivery and did my standard put the throwaway box down, then our hot bag, then the order on top. I noticed the ring bell was already activated and there was an extremely garbled voice coming from the speaker. I couldn't understand what he was saying, so I just did my normal speech and waited. I told him he needed to sign for it and to please come out to sign as I stepped back to give him room. Nothing. I told him I'm deaf and I don't understand what he's saying to me, so if he has something important to say, he needs to open the door so I can read his lips. I'm still trying to be as polite as I can be because this is a half-hour round trip and I needed that tip. He still won't come out, and after almost 10 minutes of nearly begging this guy to come out, he refuses. So I let him know I'm returning to my car with his order because he's not coming out. I gather everything and return to my car and contact my manager, asking her what to do in this situation, as he isn't coming to the door, has not tipped, and I don't know what he's trying to tell me. As it turns out, as I was texting my manager, the customer had called her and complained about a driver pretending to be deaf and refusing to just leave the food and buzz off. Turns out, every time he spoke to me, it was to just go away, becoming increasingly aggressive about it. I could understand that his voice was coming aggressive, but again, I had no idea what he was saying, so I stayed. My wonderful manager immediately sides with the customer, telling me to just leave the food at the door and forget the tip. At least having the courtesy of reciting every insult and accusation this customer is hurling about me to my manager, even saying that the guy has proof of me lying about being deaf because I can speak clearly. Manager knows my story and my level of deafness, but instead of explaining why the accusations are wrong, she just sides with him. I end up leaving the order with no tip, wasting almost 50 minutes with zero pay at all for it. I got chewed out by my manager for my disability, and how this mess she's dealing with is all my fault. I couldn't even defend myself, because I'm pretty sure my disability and needed accommodations are very much not my fault. I tried speaking with the GM the next day about the issue to get his input and figure out what exactly went wrong so this won't happen again. But as I explained the situation from my point of view, he immediately brushed me off, saying the customer paid for the food and he can do whatever he wants after that. I'm furious because of this, and I'm tempted to either quit or get the ADA involved because of this issue. But I don't want to as well because of the timing, and I can't afford bills without this job. Due to people asking why I pushed for the signature / assuming why, I'll just put it up here one more time. I was not trying to guilt him into tipping me. I was not harassing the guy into coming out to give me money. It is a legality reason and nothing more. The point of signing an untipped invoice is to state that the invoiced amount is all they intend on paying, or they intend to pay a little more than that, which goes to the driver. Due to a string of tip fraud issues in my area, our store has cracked down on having a signed receipt so we can't add fraudulent tips. Management has made it very, very clear that it does.
Closed.
Thank you for coming on this. I can't take any orders right now. Our system's currently down. It's going to be about 10 minutes before it can come back up. If you're in a parking lot, you're more than welcome.
No thank you. Just...
As extreme as this, you would think twice about trying to bring your kid on it, right? Well, we've got entitled mom, we've got our younger kid, we've got our older kid, we've got poor employee, and we've got the annoyed stranger. Now to the story. It was our second day at the park, and we were heading over to Millennium Force. I was very nervous to ride it for the first time. We got to the beautiful Millennium Force ride sign. While we were admiring the coaster, I noticed something going on by the entrance where the employee was checking height. I could see a woman with two kids on her sides. One looked about 9, the older one, and the other looked no older than 4. I thought it was a bit strange, but I didn't think much of it until I heard this. Entitled Mom. Why can't my kid come on? Employee. I'm sorry, but your kid is nowhere near the height requirement. He was going to sit on my lap, so it will be fine.